Hello, and welcome to another episode of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hope Golden Wildfire. So, we're at that part, we're finally at part 2. That means all of the A supports have just been unlocked. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be recording all of those supports, and then we'll be moving straight on. Let's see how much we can get. Here we go.
Hey there, got time for a little chat?
I do, but don't you kind of have a lot going on right now? Oh, I should probably be using your title now, shouldn't I? Since you're a king and all, your majesty.
Call me whatever you want. I'm still the same Claude.
I was shocked when I heard you were going to be the king of Leicester. I never imagined you'd be able to unify the Alliance and make it all official.
Hey, it was your idea. Don't tell me you forgot.
Sorry, it's not ringing any bells.
Seriously? Wow. Guess that's just you being you, though, come to think of it. You said that the Alliance should get rid of the Round Table system so we could act more decisively.
Oh yeah, I did say that. But I didn't expect you to remake the whole Alliance as a federation, whatever that is.
Alliance, Federation, they're the same thing with different names. I just established something new to get rid of the old system.
Huh, I guess it makes sense when you put it that way.
You're a strange one, you know that? I find myself actually wanting to open up to you. It's probably because you don't seem to have any strings attached. Makes it easy to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm just a wandering mercenary. All my life, I've never had many relationships to speak of.
Right. You were taken in pretty young, weren't you?
Yeah, I don't remember any of it, but that's what my mom told me.
The lady who raised you, what kind of person was she?
How do I put it? It was like she could do anything. She taught me all sorts of stuff. We lived in a small village deep in the mountains. It was a humble life, and I didn't interact much with the other villagers. Then one day, my mom suddenly got sick and passed away, and I was booted out of the village. I had to use everything she taught me just to stay alive after that.
So, you were left to face the world all alone after they kicked you out, huh?
The whole time, yeah. I became a mercenary, but the groups I joined didn't last for long, so I ended up drifting from one place to the next. And that's how I ended up like this, completely untethered.
I see. You know, I think I understand you a little better now.
Though I suppose I can't say for certain that I don't have any connections.
You mean your power?
I don't know what it actually is, or who my real parents are.
Just remember that no matter what you find out, it won't change who you are. Just like how becoming a king hasn't changed who I am.
Hilda, did you get hurt at all?
Nope, I'm totally fine. I'm super glad we won that battle today.
Me too, but it was touch and go for a moment there. Make sure you're not overdoing it, okay?
Is that what it seemed like? I didn't think I was pushing myself at all.
I mean, you were way up in the front with me. Didn't you say you wanted to hang back and relax?
What can I say? When I saw you up there, I couldn't help but chase after you. Despite all that stuff I said, I guess I do still worry.
But I thought worrying about people like me was a waste of time.
Well, that's what I thought. But it turns out you and my brother are different after all.
So, what you're saying is... It's different because we're friends and he's family?
No, that's not it. My friends are just as important to me as my brother. Look at it this way. I could cheer for you till I'm blue in the face, but if I'm stuck all the way in the back, you won't even notice. And I'd lose track of you in all the commotion.
Yeah, I guess that's what would happen.
So, how am I supposed to cheer for you if I don't get up close?
But you weren't cheering. You were actually participating in the battle.
Hey, it's not my fault there were so many enemies up there. They forced my hand. I'd have been in danger if I hadn't fought back. I get the feeling that you have some kind of problem with me being so close by.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but, you know...
Now there's a vague answer if I've ever heard one. Aren't you happy you get to witness all my valiant deeds up close?
I'm not sure happy's the right word, but I'm definitely grateful for your help. You're pretty strong, too, you know. You really are Holst's little sister. I can't think of anyone I'd rather have watching my back.
Oh, please don't say that. I can't handle that kind of responsibility. Our win wasn't because of me or anything. You know I'm basically a weakling, right?
After seeing what you can do, weakling isn't what comes to mind. But I guess you can seem shaky out there sometimes.
Exactly. So shaky. That's why it's up to you to make sure I'm perfectly safe during battles.
Of course I will. But aren't you supposed to be cheering me on so I don't die?
I'm obviously going to do that. And in exchange, you protect me. It'd be a little selfish of you to get all that encouragement for free, don't you think?
Right, if you say so. I think I've lost the thread of this conversation.
That's okay. The point is, we just gotta stick together and keep doing our best.
I admit this is not ideal. We should retreat and regroup.
What did you expect? You practically waltzed right up to an enemy patrol.
I thought if I pretended to be an ally and struck up a friendly conversation, they wouldn't notice.
That's why I tried to stop you. Not even the greenest rookie would mistake you for an ordinary soldier.
Regardless, it was a learning experience, so our efforts were not entirely in vain. Now let's head back before the enemy finds us.
They've probably got a bunch of search parties out looking for us. We might draw too much attention if we're together. Splitting up will improve both our chances. I'm sure you'll have no trouble on your own.
That's fine by me. It'll be easier for you to slip by on your own as well. Let's rendezvous in front of the nearest Allied encampment. We should arrive before dawn.
Got it. Good luck out there.
You as well.
Finally. Don't know how, but I made it back without getting spotted. Took longer than I expected, though. I wonder if Holst got back before me. Doesn't look like it. He knows this area better than me, so I doubt he got lost. Could he have been captured? Huh? Is that Holst?
What's that? Ah, you made it. Apologies, I must have dozed off. I was up all night fighting.
Fighting? So the enemy found you?
Quite the opposite, in fact. I happened to stumble upon one of their guardhouses and figured I should destroy it. I kicked down the door, only to find myself staring down a platoon of heavily armed soldiers.
You didn't even check before you went in? Bold.
And that's when their reinforcements showed up. I had to deal with them as well.
Yet, here you are, safe and sound.
Safe, maybe, but completely exhausted. I probably should have looked before I leapt.
That's for sure. Another lesson learned, eh, Holst?
That's right. There is no end to what the battlefield can teach us, and I'm a lifelong learner. Care to accompany me again sometime? Or have you grown tired of my antics?
Hey, I'd be glad to tag along. I've still got a lot to learn. After all, there's never a dull moment with you around.
I'll take that as a compliment. I think you and I truly make the best of partners.
Hey, Claude.
Oh, Hilda, what's up?
Ugh, don't ask. It's just been one meeting after another lately, and they all drag on forever.
What, bored of them already? Can't say I disagree with you there. But we've taken the Alliance in a brand new direction as the Lester Federation. Of course, not everything has to change, but the things that do need to get decided soon. So it's only natural we have so many meetings, right?
I know. But if you ask me, these are more of a hassle than any round table ever was. Honestly, Claude, I never thought you'd end up as our king. It's kind of weird, you know?
Well, I had a lot of opinions coming at me from all different directions, and this ended up being the solution I came up with. Hard times like these call for more than the Round Table was ever capable of. We need a fierce leader willing to face the world.
I get what you're going for, but having that leader be a king, I don't know, it makes me uncomfortable.
I get it. But trust me, everything I'm doing right now is what needs to be done.
Hey, Claude, is this really what you wanted? To be the king of Lester? You always struck me as the kind of guy who went wherever the wind took him, a free spirit. Someone who would find someone else to lead and nag them into taking the job. But right now, I get the feeling that your role and everything that comes with it are keeping you tied down.
No, I wanted to rule. I'm sure of that. But I didn't realize that's how you saw me.
Claude, you're not alone. We're here for you. Yet off you went, taking the throne all by yourself. Were we just getting in your way?
Of course not. It's honestly because I have you all that I was able to make that decision. I know I'd never be standing where I am now without the support each and every one of you has given me.
If that's true, then you shouldn't be so afraid to ask us for help. I'm more reliable than I look, you know.
Right. I'll be sure to take you up on that, Hilda. I mean, I did think I was already doing it, but I guess it wasn't enough.
Oh, definitely not. You've got a lot to learn from me, Claude. I'm practically an expert at relying on people for help.
Nobody tops you in that regard, that's for sure. I'd be honored to have you as my teacher.
Claude, I am well aware that we Lester nobles will be cooperating with the Imperial forces moving forward. But House Gloucester has always prided itself on an amicable relationship with the Empire. This changes little for us.
I guess you're right. Your father did head up the pro-imperialist faction, after all.
Yes, until your wicked schemes severed their ties.
Do you really have to bring that up again? I thought I apologized for that.
I am simply stating the truth. If such words ring out as criticism to your ear, perhaps your conscience is the problem. But what I mean to say is, my house already had the foresight to do this previously. Your actions now are mere imitation.
I can see your point, though the logic is a bit forced.
It naturally follows that House Regan does not deserve to sit upon the Federation's throne. No, the people yet yearn for their rightful rulers, House Gloucester.
I'm pretty sure that's just your ego talking. I don't think people really feel that way.
Do not misunderstand. I am not opposed to your being king, for the moment at least. But your reign was granted by a round table conference, not blood, making you nothing more than an appointed monarch. And a temporary one, if I may. House Regan does not hold this position by birthright, and it will not stay with you in the future. No, the next to be put forth as king will be, why, of course it shall be, me, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. Some even propose I ascend the throne immediately if you begin to teeter toward ruin.
Yeah, you're really letting your ego run wild here. But I have to admit, the idea of a non-hereditary monarchy does sound interesting.
Doesn't it, though? My capacity for such thoughts is proof enough that I am suited to be king.
But I can't stand to think about going back to making that decision via round table. It'd be no different from how we used to do things in the Alliance.
Oh? Then how will we decide?
How about letting the people of Leicester choose? Left to their own devices, they'd probably pick whoever they thought would be the best able to protect them. Sounds pretty good, huh?
A preposterous suggestion. Is this in earnest? Though, such a method would prove a great boon for House Gloucester. The common folk in our territory have the utmost trust in us, after all.
And for once, I think that's fact, not ego talking. You do realize it would be the whole of Leicester choosing, though, right?
Not a problem. Our just rule is known far and wide through every mountain and ravine of Fodlan, I think. But let us set that matter aside for now. That is not what I came here to tell you. You should know, the role of king within the Federation is as of yet unstable. Proceed with caution, lest it all come crashing down around you.
You're right. Unlike the Empire to our south and Kingdom to our west, the Goddess's guidance didn't grace the founding of our Federation. So the role of king is a fragile one, held aloft only by the people supporting them. I'll be careful, just as you say. And thank you, Lawrence. I think I might just get through this with my wits intact if I have you here next to me.
Please do not get the wrong idea. I simply do not wish to see my beautiful home succumb to the foul clutches of despair.
Of course, of course. And I hope you keep coming to me to voice all your complaints. I'll be counting on you, Lawrence.
What should I do?
Something wrong, Marianne? What's up? You know, I make a great stand-in for the goddess if you're looking for someone to talk to.
Oh,
Sorry, I wasn't really planning on eavesdropping. I was just passing by and couldn't help but overhear.
No, I'm the one who should apologize.
Don't worry about it. So, you want to tell me what's going on? Is that a letter you've got there?
Oh, yes. from my adoptive father. It's quite unusual for him to send me anything.
You don't seem too happy about it. Mind if I take a look? If that's not too weird, I mean.
Sure. Here.
Alright, let's see what we have here. I see. Now that the nobles of Leicester have moved forward with their show of unity, I believe it time for House Edmund to make its intentions clear as well. I think I get how your father feels. Both Duke Goneril and Count Gloucester have passed their titles down to their heirs. If I had to guess, I'd say he wants to do the same with you.
But the thought of me leading House Edmund is simply too much to bear. I don't know if I'll ever become the ruler he wants me to be.
Not knowing what the future holds can be pretty nerve-wracking, I'll give you that. I remember going through the exact same song and dance myself.
Huh? You mean even someone like you can be crippled by worry?
Yep, I'm human too, you know. Oh, but there was this one little thing I found that made all my troubles disappear into thin air. Just poof, gone.
One little thing?
And I think you have it too, Marianne.
I do. But what is it?
It's called resolve. And I get the feeling you've lost sight of yours.
What do you mean?
I know all about the power your crest holds. There's no need to hide it. The only thing you need now is the willpower to back that up. So if you want help finding it, I'd be glad to lend a hand.
I see. Thank you, Claude. I think I've already found it because of you.
Hey, Lysithia. Taking a little break?
Ah, Hilda. Yes, I reached a good stopping point in my latest magical research.
Wow, your dedication to that is really something else. Still, it's break time. Do you want to chat?
All right.
Yes! Okay, hit me with your best gossip.
Well, I heard Holst took quite the active role in our last battle. Your brother is such a valiant warrior. There truly is no end to the tales of his mighty victories.
Yeah, I guess. Though honestly, I care more about him coming home alive and in one piece. He's the head of House Goneril now, so he shouldn't be running around like he's got lives to spare.
With this war going, I doubt he has much choice. All the other nobles are relying on him. We are all envious you have such a powerful and upstanding head of your house. Your land should be in good hands for many years to come.
Speaking of years to come, I haven't heard anything about who the big lug is gonna marry. I mean, it's possible he just hasn't found anyone he likes, but that only makes me more worried.
Perhaps he'd have time to look if he wasn't so concerned about you.
Oh well, he's popular enough with the ladies, so I'm sure he'll be fine. What about you, Lysithia? I haven't heard anything about you inheriting your family's title. Or being involved with a special someone.
Involved? No. I'm simply making my own way as best I can.
Oh, you shouldn't have to do that. What about your family? I'm sure they'd give you a shoulder to lean on.
My parents have already been through a great deal. I don't want to be more of a burden.
Well then, how about me?
What do you mean?
Well, since I don't have to take over House Goneril, my schedule's clear for, pretty much forever. And that means I've got time to help a cutie like you with whatever. I can be your second family.
Right. The thing is, I'm not sure I could do that. Ask you for help, I mean.
Well, it's not like you have to suddenly dump everything on me all at once. We can take it slow. Baby steps and all that.
I'm not following.
Okay, so if we're gonna be our own little family, the first thing we do is try living like one. Maybe we could bunk together, or just...
What are you doing, Hilda?
You're such a hard worker, Lysithia. And I just wanted you to know how proud I am of you. And since I'm your big sister now, you can count on me for anything. I mean it, okay? Anything.
You're treating me like a child. But I suppose I could get used to it.
You're such a cutie. I can't stand it. Marianne? Ah, Marianne! There you are. I thought you'd be in the chapel.
I went to pray earlier than usual today.
You're really committed to this whole praying every single day thing, aren't you?
Oh no, it's nothing so grand. And besides, praying to the goddess daily on behalf of my friends is really all I'm good for.
Okay, stop. Seriously? You're amazing, Marianne. There's a ton of stuff you do that no one else could possibly handle.
I suppose so.
Yeah? Well, I know so.
Hilda? Why are you always so nice to me?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have so many other close friends. Yet you always seem to go out of your way to show me kindness and decency. You even took responsibility when Judith was about to berate me during our armor sorting escapade.
Yeah, I guess I did, huh? I totally forgot about that.
Yes, and I have wondered ever since why you did such a thing.
It's no big deal. I guess I just wanted to be nice. Seriously, Marianne, you're the best, and having you around makes my life a lot easier. So just consider it my way of saying thanks for all the times you helped me out.
I've helped you?
Absolutely! You're my emotional support. You're always around when I need a shoulder to cry on or somebody to listen when I get all mad. You always know the exact right thing to say, and then you smile at the end of it and it's like, I don't know, it makes me all warm inside. You do all that little stuff without even thinking of it, and it really keeps me going.
I never thought of it like that. I had no idea you found me helpful. If anything, I thought you considered me a burden. Thank you, Hilda. Your words, they mean a lot to me. And I will do my best to support you in all the days yet to come.
There's that smile. You never fail to brighten my day, Marianne.
Yes, that should do quite nicely. And how are you faring, Hilda?
Already over here. I couldn't make any fancy dishes, but since we're just throwing this thing together in our spare time, folks will just have to deal with it.
Exactly. The quality of the food isn't the point of a feast like this. It's about sharing a celebration over our recent victory.
You had quite the showing out there in the battle, my lord. There is no one in the entirety of Fodlan that can hope to best you.
I wholeheartedly agree. It would be my great honor to have even a modicum of your skill one day.
But my power alone did not win the day, friends. This victory belongs to us all.
Holst really is incredible. I mean, despite what he says, he basically won the last battle all by himself, which makes him the man of the hour, again. He's earnest, hardworking, and full of talent. The opposite of me in every way.
Now, let's get started. Today, we feast in honor of a person who was instrumental in our victory. My sister, Hilda Valentine Goneril.
Huh?
My lady, I thank you on behalf of all my soldiers. We'd not be here now if it weren't for your quick thinking and deft action.
There are no words to express all that you and your brother have done for us. Huzzah!
Okay, what's going on? I thought you were the guest of honor at this little get-together, Holst.
Whatever do you mean? This feast is all about celebrating your actions in our last battle.
But I didn't do anything. I just ran to the front line, hacked a few guys, and then pulled back.
At which point you saw an enemy giving chase and laid him low, yes? Are you aware that person was the enemy commander? The moment you dispatched him, his forces crumbled. We then pressed the attack and enjoyed swift victory as a result.
Really? He didn't seem very impressive. I mean, the guy went down in one hit. How tough could he have been?
It sounds like you still don't know just how strong you are.
Your brother aside, there is no one in House Goneril who could stand against you, my lady.
Hear, hear! We all rely on you and will continue to do so into the future.
Not gonna lie, it was great having everybody shower me with compliments, but I still want to know why you threw a feast for me in the first place. You could have just patted me on the back and told me good job, and I would have been happy.
You're always putting me on a pedestal, Hilda, but you never appreciate your own accomplishments. I want you to be prouder of yourself. I want your degree of pride to match your level of strength. Also, I want everyone to know how great you are. That's the shame it was so small, but the next one will be a true banquet.
And who's going to put that together, considering I basically did all the prep for this one?
Well, if I can get the ingredients together, I'll treat you to my specialty next time.
Isn't your specialty made from whatever you find lying by the side of the...
Look forward to it, dear sister.
I think this goes here.
Hello, Hilda. I see you're organizing the gear again?
Not such a rare sight anymore, is it?
Sadly for me, no.
Why? Sad you lost a fellow lazy bones?
Just so.
Wait, really?
Yes, but actually explaining it in detail will take far too much effort, so let's just leave it at that.
Okay, now I'm extra curious. I I know all about your dirty secret, you know. About how you actually take charge and work when there's no one else to step up? So why do you keep playing the I'm so lazy card all the time?
I thought you of all people would understand this, Hilda. After all, are we not peers who work only when absolutely necessary? Even when you push your own work on someone else, you do so only after carefully assessing their situation.
I told you I don't push work on people. I mean, sure, maybe I maneuver myself so they end up asking to help, at which point I leap at the offer, but I never actually ask. But I suppose you're right that I always assess the situation first.
Previously, I said you and I would never be able to reach common ground. But now I see that I was mistaken.
You're sure quick to change your mind when it suits you.
I merely find it unfortunate seeing you working as you are now, when before you only ever did what was strictly necessary. If you've taken up the mantle of doing unnecessary work, it leaves me looking like the only idler.
And?
As such, I will offer you my assistance. Let's hurry up and finish here so we can rest that much sooner.
Wait, but why?
Just as I told you, it won't do me any good to be the only one not working around here.
Still not following.
I've grown terribly tired of talking. Must I explain?
I mean, I'm not gonna force you to explain, but I sure wish you would.
Oh, very well. But only because it benefits all parties involved. If you split your work with me, the work becomes easier. And by doing this easy work, I can then avoid being defamed as a common bed slug. If the pair of us both work a little more than before, things become easier for everyone. So let's both work hard together. A little.
All right. I mean, I guess that's good. Although I feel kind of like I'm being tricked somehow, so I'm not exactly happy about the whole deal.
Yes, yes. Let's just get this done already so I can return to a life of ease. I'm already asleep.
Something fishy's going on. I hope they're not getting into trouble.
If it isn't little Hilda, why the long face?
Ah, Balti.
You know, if Holst heard you were looking down in the dumps, he'd come flying faster than you can say overly attached. Of course, I won't be the one to tell him.
You'd better not. He's been acting strange lately. I'm actually starting to worry. Do you know what's going on, Balti?
Oh, me? Nah, how should I?
Well, the two of you have been hanging out an awful lot recently. Wait, don't tell me you've been corrupting him with your wicked ways! If I find out you're to blame for what's going on with him, so help me, Balti!
Take it easy, will ya? You've got the wrong guy. Besides, even if I was trying to use my wicked ways on him, which I'm not, what of it? You don't really think your brother would be swayed that easily, do you?
Fair point. My brother can't stand anything that isn't honorable and just.
That's the truth. There's not a soul better at keeping people in line.
Yeah, and if someone did try to corrupt him, he'd just beat them senseless. Then lecture them for hours on end.
And if by some chance he did give in, would you hate him?
Of course not. He's my brother, and I'll always love him no matter what. Not that I have to worry, since he's basically incorruptible.
Oh, my dear, precious sister. Is that what you truly think of me?
Ah! Holst! When did you get here?
I love you too, Hilda. Now come on and give your brother a big hug.
Balti! How could you do this to me?
Wait, Hilda, I can explain. There's a really good reason for this. Honestly, really good.
You set me up! He heard everything.
Look, Holst told me he's been really worried about you lately. I just wanted the poor guy to hear what you had to say, that's all. Now he knows how you feel, so he doesn't have to worry anymore. All's well that ends well, yeah?
I am forever grateful, my friend. You have shown me the true nature of my darling sister's feelings.
What are you two so happy about? I've never been more embarrassed in my entire life.
I'm sorry, Hilda. I was the one who talked Balthus into this. Please forgive this poor, misguided buffoon. Direct all your anger at me, along with your love.
You really are hopeless, aren't you?
Nonsense, Hilda. For you are my hope.
What are you even saying? Fine, do whatever you want. Just leave me out of it.
Never a dull moment with those two.
And that is done and dusted, except perhaps this one. Oh, and this one. That's weird. I'm guessing that doesn't unlock unless you have Geralt in your party. So guess which route I'm going to be going for. So that's that, guys. Oh, I'm just going to progress with the story. But till then, see ya.